Roadkill, the latest masterpiece limited series from Oscar-nominated screenwriter and playwright David Hare, tests that theories with premistic tag-along through the rocky chapter in British government minister Peter Lawrence's career. Played with a rakish confidence by Hugh Laurie, we are introduced to Peters as he is walking out of the court, victorious in libel case, alleging that he lied about an attempt to use the office for financial gain. As soon as the politician is safely ensconced in his car, he breathes a sigh of relief, making it obvious that he succeeded despite his guilt, come what may to the people harmed by his actions. Laurie plays his character with a healthy dose of smugness, barely masked by false humanity, presenting Peter as the familiar type of political figure who comes across as an even-keeled, trustworthy man of the people skilled in the art of smiling gently in his constitute's face while he is picking their pockets. In the other seasons and the other shows, this sort of rake is an easy charmer, a solid sell. After watching all 4 hours of Roadkill, I'm not sure if Laurie's effort to channel that kind of magic work as well here. Still, he's a solid lead to an impressive cast that includes Helen McCrory as scheming Prime Minister, who poised that keeping Lawrence close is better than pushing him away, and therefore making him a threat to her political position. Of course, this doesn't take into account the designs others having on shaping the government and the role a man like Peter could play in those strategies, if he can keep his assorted secret hidden away. Unfortunately for them, and for Peter, the list of those he wronged is quite lengthy, starting with Chairman Pepper, Sarah Green, the journalist whose reputation he ruins through chicanery, his wife Helen, who he persuaded to lie for him, his mistress Madeline, whose career ambitions he thwarted in order to keep her nearby. We're not done. Peter outworked right-hand man overstep his boundaries too frequently for such behavior to be accidental. Then there's his barrister who successfully defends Peter by the suspect he's actually guilty and can't let the case go. And there are others I could mention, but that would ruin some of the mini-series' best surprises. Roadkill will nearly make you aware of how much more devilish goodness existed in similarly themed series such as the British version of the House of Cards. And how exciting is it to see a story that validates our assumptions about the soullessness of the sort of figure who entered the viper's pit of the governance. But while it attempts to say something about the dangerousness of panel characters and the people around them, it doesn't quite make the case in a clear and compelling way. Roadkill is only as good as its performances, and to its good fortune, and the other series is boasting strong turns across the board. But in the series that takes its title from the concept of avoiding political failure, it's disconcerting to feel as if we have to work to be shocked or incensed by each of Peter's scandals and figure out how if each connects to others. Only after it's all on the table does one realize that his evil doings are fairly quaint compared to the real-life dirty dealings of politicians across the pond and in our backyard. Maybe it's the time in which Roadkill is coming to us, smack in the middle of an election cycle, asking voters to choose between 4 more years of a monstrous president or replacing him with the human version of the Valium. Peter's troubles and damages he causes are terrible in close-up, but seen through a broader lens crimped by the reality, they are almost tolerable. Perhaps that's the scariest part of watching Roadkill, the fact that at the end of it all, even we see Peter setting himself up for hardest fall at the expense of other people, and even as the people around him appears poised to push him over the cliff, one has to strain to care. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, hit the like button, and for more such content like this, subscribe to our channel.